Hello, parents and students. This is 2021-2022 open house virtual um, video for AICE Chemistry, AS, and A level. This is period 2 and 3. And welcome. Thanks for watching. All right. First thing first, my name is John Stevenson. This is my 18th year teaching at Sarasota, all at Sarasota. And my wife married Abby, and we have two sons, Ben and Luke, who are both at Tatum Elementary. One's in second grade, Ben, and kindergarten, Lucas. I also coach cross country and track after school. I got my degrees at University of South Florida. One is in chemical engineering and the master's in gifted education. All right. So, about chemistry in the class. It is a challenging subject. It's one of the tougher sciences, I believe, because it has very abstract thinking, but also concrete information with math. So you have both theoretical and mathematical aspects to it. We are heavy in experimentation and lab technique, as you can ask your students. We've done multiple labs so far with titration and qualitative analysis. And the reason why is because in paper 3 that they're going to take is going to be an experimentation. So we will try to be doing one paper 3 every week, or parts of paper 3 every week, and to get them prepared for that. So it's application of the topics, but mostly is to get them familiar with what a paper 3 practice or paper 3 will entail. It is student-centered approach. That's my philosophy in teaching. Students are to explore with teammates or partners in the area of chemistry through our guiding questions and prompts to help them get a deeper approach to it instead of me talking through a lecture and stuff like that. I'd rather have it more center-driven by students than teacher-driven. The focus is their growth as a student, not just in chemistry, but as they're becoming learners, especially these higher level kids and juniors and seniors. They're going to be exploring colleges soon, and it's very student driven. So if they can learn that technique on learning that way, then they're a step ahead in college. All right, the class and tests. So the class itself is very broad, the topics. So you go through inorganic, physical, and organic chemistry and the lab component. The tough part is that the test questions can be very specific. They don't talk about broad generalizations, they talk about specifics. So that's why the test is considered a harder test, because we deal with a lot of topics and then the questions are very specific. It's heavy on reasoning and explanation. So they have to articulate the chemistry that's being explored through explanation, through reasoning. They can't just say the answer. They have to be able to write and explain their choice. It's not overly math oriented. There may be a few questions about the math, but the trick is they have to know what they're being asked. So they are given exam type questions all the time. We've gone through so far in the first 3 weeks or so, we've done multiple questions from paper 2, and they just had their first test and did some questions on paper 1, multiple choice questions. So we do a lot of practice exam questions. So that's where their tests come from. They just take old tests from multiple years, and they get tested on that area of topic for the test. All right. Goals for the AICE chemistry, obviously, is to be able to be successful in a college course. Even though if they pass the exam or not, they're going to be taking, or they should be taking an organic class again, or inorganic chem, and be successful in that. So they have an idea what the topics are going to be about, and seeing it the second time is even better than the first. Second goal is to earn college credit. That is why you take AICE, to make sure you get credit for those courses that you're taking. It is a tough test. State average is around 1/3%. We last year got around 58%. So we do pretty good compared to the state, but unlike other courses that have easier tests, our percent's lower, considerably lower than other tests at Sarasota High. And obviously the topic in chemistry is not just chemistry oriented. They should be able to explain some type of chemistry through other topics. So bio, biochem, physics all have interrelations with chemistry. All right, the exam. So these are set dates right now. There's 5 exams for A and AS level since the block period. You can see it starts in May 4th. May 4th be with you. And ends in June 7th. That's over a month of testing for one class. So it is pretty rigorous. And the focus is those first 3 tests, I believe. Well, not the first 3, but paper 2, paper 3, and paper 4. They are worth potentially the most points. You have 60, 40, and 100 points. The reason I put the practical in there is because it's practice they have over and over and over again. They can practice multiple choice questions, but the lab practical is pretty easy to replicate, meaning they only have certain choices to do for the lab. So we do those over and over again, like a titration or a crucible lab or something like that. There's only so many choices. Where multiple choice, there's could be thousands of different questions they could choose from. So if they could focus on these 3 papers, especially when it comes June 7th, they're really tired. They're done, especially the seniors. They're like graduated. It's tough to come back, but they have to take the test to get all 5 to pass. They have to take all 5. They don't have to pass all 5. They just need enough points from everything to get a passing grade. So I focus on paper 2, 3, and 4. That's their best opportunity to get the most points for the bang for the buck, especially paper 4 and paper 2. Those are worth the most points. So those are free response questions. That's where writing, explanation, being focused, and they're explicit in their answers, that's where they get the most points. And then the practical, I think, is an easy way to get some points because they'd be practicing all year. But other tests, yeah, paper 5, May 9th, and then paper 1 again is June 7th. Okay. If you have any questions on anything of this or anything throughout the year, please don't hesitate to contact me. There's my email and the phone for the school and my extension. I do have a Remind. And mostly for tips is stay on top of the calendar, read the chapters, and be ownership of the class. This is your class for the kids. The students, is this their class. I'm just here to help them along and give them some knowledge in chemistry, and hopefully they can apply that to the test and earn credit. So it's a block, 90 minutes, so you want to make sure you spend time wisely. And the more organized you are, the better you will be prepared for the test and be prepared for the end of course exams. So please, thank you for your time, and if you have any questions, reach out. Thanks.